Okay, there we go. Can you hear me now? Let me know if that works. Should be able to hear me now. Okay, there we go. Yeah, we. Okay, you can hear me. Okay. Well, back to what I was saying. Right now, it looks like we have a outflow dominant area in this storm right now. This would usually be the hook echo. You can see how it's kind of bowing out like that with these strong outbound winds on velocity. If it wants to change without crashing my computer, I might just let it do its thing, honestly. Um, so go down here. We have a big hailer situation. I don't think anything's actually happening near Sparta tornado wise, though definitely would be nice to have some eyes on that. But unfortunately, we don't right now. Though we do have some good chasers. Once again, welcome in Mr. Twister, Jimby, Vanessa, and you all. Thank you so much for joining the stream. Looks like this is one for 2 inch in diameter hail, so that's solid hail right there. Yep, I'm back, Dominic. My computer crashed. Sorry about that. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. But yeah, 1 second. Give me one moment. Okay, we should be good. Okay. How's the computer doing? The computer's doing good right now. Everybody like up the stream. Let's go. Let's go. Computer's doing good. It's all good. Part of the game. Yeah. Definitely want to upgrade the computer in the future, but right now I just don't exactly have the funds for that at the moment. But hopefully I shall be able to do that pretty soon. Also, looking look down here in Arkansas, we have a lot of these little blips starting to show up even out here. And those should mature into supercells over the next bit. And those are going to be a big tornado threat if they can stay isolated. That's why Brandon Kopic and Jordan Hall and people like that, I think Freddie is probably out here somewhere. They are out here waiting for these storms to pop off and come to them. They aren't going for these less isolated storms right there. Davis, what's up? Dahani, what's up? Move the mic slightly left. This way? Okay. How's it going, everybody? Davis, is your stream still up? Are you still streaming? You can just let me know. But yeah, sadly I missed that. Okay, you're not streaming anymore. Yeah. Well, I need some watch hours, and there's still a threat with these, so I'm gonna stay live here for a little bit, and I want to discuss with you about tomorrow and such later. But yeah, right now we're just watching these storms. This Rogersville storm. If it can, let me watch the animation here. If it can start to wrap up there, uh, if it can start to if inflow can pick up a little bit and this nudger can help with the outflow countering that sort of end. It's hard to explain, but the storm interactions with some enhanced inflow could definitely lead to this wrapping up a little bit. It's a very, very strong supercell. You can see it's a big supercell. Davis, southern mode busted due to capping, and discrete cells don't look to be associated with southern portion of our light anymore. Yeah, the thing with that, that's good for now, but that means that's gonna leave a lot more energy for the next setup. So if storms don't initiate and take some of the Cape moisture and everything that's in there right now, it's just gonna keep on surging north, and we're just gonna get more and more fuel for the storms tomorrow. So that is definitely not good news in the long run, but short term, that's good news for down south. But we'll still be keeping our eyes there just in case anything does materialize. Get the boys on the phone later. It's great when y'all talk. Yeah, I might actually have the boys on the stream here in a few. if they're up with that, if they're up for that. So yeah, looking at a lot of large supercells, but they are not exactly living up to our expectations in terms of tornadoes. They have not had the most pronounced rotation. They've been a little bit outflowy. Just the kinematics, they haven't been tapping into the kinematics quite as much yet. So that's what we're talking about right now. If anyone has any questions, put them in chat. But we have currently 15 severe thunderstorm warnings. A lot of them are up here in Iowa, but it's just small hail, small wind sort of thing. Nothing too serious. So we'll keep our focus down here. I'm gonna see. Dude, the radar coverage is just terrible. It is really bad around here. You finish your Celsius, yeah. So yeah, that's what we're looking at for now. Most interesting storm in my eyes right now is near Rogersville and Fortland, just east of Springfield, Missouri. So I'm just keeping my eyes on that right now. Got a text? Okay. So I have a friend who is up in St. Louis for a volleyball tournament. They literally came from Tennessee up to there, so lucky them. They're gonna get hit by a very strong line, possibly embedded supercells. So, uh, definitely gonna keep an eye out for them there. So, we're also expecting possible thunderstorm round tonight in the Nashville, Middle Tennessee area from probably around 11:30 at the earliest through like 4 a.m. tomorrow. That's probably our time frame for storms if you're in Middle Tennessee. So give me one moment. Un moment. Okay, there we go. We're back. Who is the blonde streamer who was on the other night? Was it Jesse? That was Jesse. Jesse's great. He's the one. That was Jesse. One moment. Again. I think we're good now. I think we're good now. It's just a little bit of ruckus in the background. Don't want that to be too loud. Right now we're kind of seeing the effects of that storm to the south. Hopefully that what I'm thinking is that outflow is kind of like no, the outflow is kind of pushing this hook in, kind of wrapping it up. So we're gonna see how that interacts. No Drew theory for real for the people that were there for that. No Drew theory is definitely real. Um, so hoping that doesn't wrap up, but keeping our eyes on it just in case it does. The storms to the south are so weird. That looks like an S. That's so weird. Hashtag ruckus. Yeah. Looking at a pretty good hailstorm down here. Reported 1 inch hail down there. So that's definitely something to keep our eyes on. Hail is actually, the hail threat's been verifying pretty well, I'd say, throughout this event. Um, Let me see if the boys want to hop on call here. Um, so yeah, this storm. A lot of these storms have just been. They kind of get big. Like this one was tornado warned. And they're just kind of like thinning out and pushing out and becoming a little bit more outflow dominant. Uh, so yeah, this one seems to be still pretty robust there. That if that can wrap up there, that could have some big time problems. I would be heading straight towards Seymour, which seems to be a decently populated area. Mod form, yes, thank you. Yeah, having extra voices will help. So I texted the boys. They have not responded yet. I don't know who else live. Right now, I know Davis ended his live stream due to inactivity since there's not really any storms producing tornadoes at the moment. But I'm still here, keeping my eyes on it. But yeah, brought up a good point. We have a lot of the cap seems to have made this event not verify. You see, earlier we had storms that fired down here, and now they just completely died. They're all gone. There there's a cap, so the storms really can't punch through it right now. They aren't strong enough to punch through the cap, which is basically a temperature inversion in the lower level of the atmosphere. It's just like a kind of like a lid on a pot. When the cap breaks, the steam goes up. That's like the storms. So right now it's under that cap, and it looks like it's not going to be verifying as far as the tornado threat that we thought it had potential to have. But that's a good thing for the people down there for now. But that can mean that it conserves some of the energy for tomorrow. I'm gonna have Vincent on the phone here. Let's get Vincent on the phone. This is Mr. Storm, Vincent.
Everyone.
Are
Are we live?
are yeah, we're live here. You're
Yeah, we're
back.
live.
Okay.
I'm a little more concerned for our storms east of Springfield because there's a clearing inflow jet that you can see there near Seymour, and so I do think that we could definitely see rotation pick up on that northern storm.
Yeah, I've been keeping my eyes on the storm there. That's the most interesting storm to me right now. That's dropped 1.75 inch hail, so almost 2 inch in diameter hail there. I'm just waiting for this next velocity, waiting for the next scan in general to come in, and that, dude, these things are moving fast. Holy crap!
Yeah.
Wait, what? How fast is this moving? It's moving northeast at 60 miles an hour. It'd be hard to keep up with this storm on a highway if it was heading this direct way that the storm was going.
We did just get a new tornado warning. That's for the storm we just mentioned. That's for Diggings, Fordland, Seymour, and areas to the north and east of there. So take cover now. But there it is. The just as we saw, the obviously the inflow is starting to clear out a little bit. You see how the precipitation is really starting to kind of lower and out ahead of the storm. So that means that you're going to see warm and moist air feed into the storm from this open warm sector, and that's going to allow this to rotate because you obviously have very high shear. And just so basically what we're seeing is that the environment is very favorable for the storm produced tornadoes, and the storm is obviously taking advantage of that. So that's I believe, our third tornado warning of the day.
Yeah. So yeah, if you're in Fordland, Diggins, Seymour, uh, Grove Springs, parts of Western Mans or Maine's South competition, areas like that, you need to be taking cover. We did call out this storm a bit ago. I said it was the most concerning looking storm right now. I'm thinking this Sparta storm was kind of a nudger and helped that hook become less outflow dominant because it's moving so fast that that inflow is moving so fast with the storm vector where like the inflow is lined up with its storm motion. So you have feeding inflow super fast, and sometimes I can just like slice apart the storm there. So with that nudger, it's kind of countering that, and I can see that helping this produce a tornado in the near future. So I do not see anything on correlation coefficient that's anywhere near convincing at the moment.
Yeah. So this storm still has a 70 Z plus hail core associated with it. So the tornado warning has is warned for golf ball size hail, but we likely have hail falling up to lime size, and I believe that according to our severe thunderstorm warning. And so that's including also our storm back near Sparta, and then there's a second one behind it near Highlandville, another cell coming up towards it that also has a pixel or two of 70 plus DBZ. So these are big hailers that we're seeing here, as expected. Obviously, we have a 30% hail threat, and these are also pretty substantial winds. So those seem to be the main hazards at this very moment. But obviously, we're starting to see more and more inflow kind of feeding into these storms, and so that's basically what's going to enable these storms to really rotate and start to really pose a serious threat for producing potentially strong to long track tornadoes.
Yeah. Wow, that's a nudger theory in action. Look at that near Diggins. You can see, just as I was saying, that nudge that hook back up into the storm, and that's definitely causing it to wrap up there near Diggins. That's
Yeah,
an impressive next scan. And yes, this is in Missouri, Vanessa. It
yo,
is in Missouri.
that is Cameron Nixon coming in clutch right there.
Yep. If
If you're watching this, Matt, if you're watching this, shout out to Cameron Nixon.
Yep. Nudger theory, coming in clutch here. Yeah.
We
Uh,
did
that's a
already here.
nasty hail core. Nudger theory for real. Yeah. What's up, Lucy? How's it going?
What's up, Lucy?
Yeah.
Is your thunderstorm warning that's going out for let's see, I believe that's in Nebraska. That's Woodland Park, Norfolk, Stanton, areas east of Battle Creek. This is south of Sioux City, in Nebraska here. So this is going to be going out for the next 37 minutes. We're for 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, isolated small hail. So make sure you're getting indoors and away from windows. But obviously, again, the center of attention is on our cell that's currently tornado warning, producing very large hail up to likely lime size, 70-mile-an-hour winds, and is also being nudged by that storm to the south there, which is really starting to enable that to kind of hook out and develop stronger rotation. Which do you see northeast Mountaindale a little uptick in velocities? Is that contamination because of the hail core, or um, is that just strengthening rotation? But
Where?
it's just to the east of Mountaindale. It does line up with the reflectivity if it catches up with it on the next scan, but that might be just contamination because of the large hail. But I just want to know what you think.
Wait, which state? There's a lot of states being covered here. I don't see it immediately.
It's our tornado warning storm.
Tornado storm.
Yeah.
Uh, dude, the town names on GR2 are messed up. That right there.
Yeah.
That like little spike. I think that is contamination right there.
Okay.
If what I'm looking at is what you're talking about. But still something to keep our eyes on. It's just the velocities aren't looking really impressive with these storms so far.
Yeah, because I think a more likely case here is that is more or less just broad rotation rather than tightening rotation. So
Yeah, we're looking not even 1,000 feet in the air, so we have a pretty good look at the storm right now. So it isn't looking too concerning on the velocities so far. And yeah, what I think for St. Louis, uh, yeah, HRRR does have some beef with you. I have a friend who's actually in St. Louis for volleyball right now, and she's lucky for her. Not necessarily though. So we're keeping our eyes out there. It looks pretty concerning. The HRRR does like a supercell spam, but I'm not saying that will happen. It's just a pretty big possibility.
yeah.
Yeah, if you're in the St. Louis area, you definitely need to be paying attention to watches and warnings tonight.
Yeah, St. Louis is, if I were to give you a major city, like one major city for this moderate risk, I would say St. Louis, right in the middle of the moderate risk. You've got all hazards on the table, and all these storms are heading right for you. So, yeah, but it is going to be very, very difficult to cover this event because this is a widespread severe weather
Holy
outbreak.
crap.
I mean, this is one of the biggest moderate risks I've ever covered. I mean, this is easily the biggest moderate risk I've ever covered.
Look at that new scan.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, that's a really, really, really concerning echo
That
hook. That is nudger theory in action, and that is a tight couplet on the end there.
Yeah. Okay, so Mountaindale, get the shelter right now. You got very strong, tight rotation. Likely, I mean, we have Gates Gauge here at, let's see, that's like 11 against 87. So we have Gates
Okay,
Gauge here,
peachy.
90 knots, or not 190, but 90 knots. Holy crap! Look at reflectivity.
Yeah. CC is super messy, so I'm not even gonna even look at that anymore. It's just too messy to tell. But for all we could know, there could be a tornado on the ground right there. So
Yeah,
everyone
that
needs
is
to be taking shelter if you're in this tornado warning.
that literally is a perfect example of the nudger theory, and
Yep.
that's and now it's very close to producing what looks to be a strong tornado. But that the thing that's scaring me is just the presentation on reflectivity because it's lining up with the uptick in velocities. So
Yeah, I'd
uh,
say there's a decent couplet right there.
yeah, and the cell itself is strengthening because the hail core has gotten much more widespread now. Up to 74 dBZs. Hold on, let me check. It's probably higher at this point.
Yeah, we
Uh,
got.
Close to 70. I hit 74 just a moment ago. So I mean, you get the idea. So strengthening supercell here, likely producing very large hail, very strong damaging wind gusts, and obviously the potential of a tornado. Did reflectivity just update? Because if it did, then that's so concerning.
Yeah, it's not necessarily an uptick, but it's definitely a different view of it. Let me. Oh my gosh! Look at that next. Holy crap! That next scan
That's oh my gosh!
on
Wow.
velocity. I would not be surprised if there's a tornado on the ground, but we just can't really uh tell right now with that correlation coefficient not being too reliable at the moment. Let me edit the name of the stream.
All right. So through Centennial, we likely have a developing tornado. This is north of Seymour. If you know anyone in this area, let them know what's going on because that's very impressive. Um, Radar imagery there. Obviously, we don't know for sure if this is on the ground, but according to velocities and reflectivity, this is looking like it's the storm to do it. So
Yep.
you feel the city limits of St. Louis, but you're about 38 miles south of the city, and you don't feel so safe. Yes. So you're actually in our highest zone of severe weather. So I know it seems scary, but the chances are the likelier chances that you don't see any tornadoes. But for you, if you're you said about 40 miles south of city limits there, so you need to be worried about a tornado threat. Obviously, we could see definitely more embedded tornadoes within this line, but damaging straight line wind, you need to make sure you're on the lowest level of your home and away from windows while it's going on, and then an isolated large hail threat. But they did just extend that severe thunderstorm warning, and it is born for tennis ball size hail. Holy crap! Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, just north of our storm that's headed towards Grove Springs, that's tornado warned. You can see that it looks like something's trying to kick up north of Morgan, east of Phillipsburg, just the storm north to our tornado warned storm right now. Y'all knows.
Yes, that is developing a hook echo, so that will likely also be um, something we need to watch out for downstream. So
Yes,
this
Atticus.
is, I mean, I don't know. This is just starting to look a lot more concerning. After we did see that cell on the south side kind of nudge this and kind of enhance that hook echo there, but
Yep.
there has really picked up.
Yeah, definitely knows your theory.
Uh,
So
it's on the ground.
it's on the ground.
We have a tornado on the ground moving towards Duncan High Prairie. This seems to be, a strength tornado here, but Grove Spring, Smiddle, Jerktail, Durbin, St. George, Loring, you got a tornado on the ground. So you got tennis ball size hail and tennis ball size hail, 70-mile-an-hour winds, and a tornado moving to the north and east here. So that's not good.
Yeah, it's now confirmed
Oh,
on the ground.
okay.
Is it storm
Is CC messed up? Yeah, okay.
radar
That's
confirmed tornado? So yeah, if you're in Grover Springs, I really don't have many town names on GR2. I need to get something with that. But if you're, oh wow, that next scan's impressive. You need to be taking shelter. It looks like it's moving. Yeah, just northeast, but golly, what a presentation! Holy crap!
I don't know if. Hold on, let me show you what I'm looking at on Omega.
Okay, let me take a
So,
look.
you see velocities here. Obviously, that's our couplet.
Yeah.
Do you think inside of there we could have a CC drop? Because obviously this is not all debris, but do you think some of this may actually be a CC drop?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the NWS thinks so too. So
Because
I'm
I
gonna take
mean,
their word for it.
I'm just thinking that if the velocity couplet of the last scan, the velocity couplet's over here, and we have a possible debris signature up towards Duncan. I mean, I don't know. It's hard because it could be definitely contamination, but I think that if they push this to radar indicated, I mean, or if they push this to radar confirmed, then I think that some of that could definitely be debris.
Yeah. With this velocity couplet though, we're looking at this type of a velocity couplet at just over 1,000 feet. So, definitely, I would not put it out of the question that this is on the ground, and NWS thinks it is on the ground. So we should
Yeah,
treat it
that's
like it
not
is.
good. I'm gonna check in on John McKinney and just see where he's at because I'm storm.
Yeah, I don't know where he is at. I have him on my stream, but I don't know where he's at the moment.
He's in Warren, Missouri. I'm gonna look that up.
Okay, yeah. The storms to the south are looking slightly less organized, uh, as their prior storms looked a little bit more impressive. These look a little bit more messy, hailer like. Definitely could put. Definitely has have the opportunity to put a tornado down, but it doesn't look like they're gonna uh, do that right now.
All right, so he's northeast. He's northwest of St. Louis, so he's nowhere near the severe tornado warning.
Yeah, he was positioning for the later part of the setup, which most chasers are. I don't see any chasers on the storm right now, which is
I
not ideal.
personally busted. Kevin, that was David saying that the tornado threat he thinks is busting, but I mean, we don't need to worry about that as right now. All we need to worry about is what's going on right now, and what we've got right now is likely a stronger tornado developing near Duncan, where the latest velocity scans still have gate to gate here of over 100 miles per hour. So this is starting to look pretty concerning.
Yeah, there's not much stopping the storm, really.
Yeah, I mean, we can't really point out much that's wrong. That's bad with the environment because I mean, this is still getting ready to move into the 15%, which if it hasn't already. So, I mean, that's where we're gonna see the best parameters and best environment for these type of tornadoes to develop. So, I don't know if we do have a debris ball on reflectivity. That's probably just the hook in general, but we definitely have a tornado in progress near Duncan.
Yeah, yeah, it is moving towards that better environment. So we definitely need to keep our eyes on this. Uh, be making sure that these other storms around it do not do the same thing.
Now, there is most likely debris. There's most likely an actual real debris signature somewhere in this mess of contamination. It might be over here because that does line up with velocities, but all of this is not debris. That's not a debris signature. This is very close to the radar site, so, radar coverage will get better actually as this moves farther away a little bit. But there is certainly a tornado on the ground here near Duncan, according to the National Weather Service. So let's see.
Yeah, this is.
I think I see the debris signature.
Yeah, I see the debris signature too. It's there.
Right on road or Highway 38, you can point out a little, like, I don't know, it just looks like a circle, a little uptick in correlation coefficient. So just just east of Duncan, we have a tornado in progress and be pretty deep on the correlation coefficient. So, everything else that you see around this is not tornadic debris. What you're seeing here just east of Duncan, that is the what's up, boys? On the ground, it's starting to look strong. They made a drop.
We got Davis here, guys.
I am live right now, so
Me as well.
Look just east of Duncan, like literally like a mile east. I think I see the CC drop. Yeah, we were. I was just talking about that. I think you're right.
right about that. I think that's a very clear CC drop.
Yeah, and the presentation on reflectivity keeps looking very concerning here. So
Yeah, I sent April 27th, 2011 off Supercell to them. I was like, this is looking crazy. They were like, hey, you might want to go back live. I was like, nah, and then I got screwed. So
Yeah. Uh. So yeah, the inflow notch is starting to get filled with a little bit of rain, which could be problematic, but it doesn't look like it'll affect it much short term.
yeah. So again, that debris signature. I think if that's still just east of Road 38 or Highway 38, that seems to be a big CC drop. So right into there, northwest of Odin, Missouri, east of Duncan, Missouri, likely strong tornado developing.
I'd also like to point out that this same supercell, this was about 30 minutes ago, whenever this was south of Springfield. There's a report of baseball-sized hail that was produced by this supercell through the Highlandville area. So the fact that it's warm for tennis ball-sized hail now, again, this thing is pretty destructive, not only with its tornadic potential there, but again, big-time hailstorms. So if you've got any cars outside, if you have time, bring them into the garage. But in a situation like this, honestly, at this point, you're going to want to try to seek shelter as quickly as possible. So if you're in like Boyer or Loring or something, obviously you got to go now. But if you're down the line, like in Mingsville or something, you got a little bit of time, maybe do that.
Yeah, but yeah, this uh, very dangerous situation that you're currently in here. So if you're tornado polygon, tornado warning polygon, please be sure to get to shelter. So if you see, all up north of Duncan, this is not tornadic debris. Once again, the actual debris signature we're seeing is just a couple miles east of Duncan. It's continuing to grow and get bigger, so that's likely a sign of this tornado being relatively large.
And the tornado warning was just updated. It is still observed. So the National Weather Service still believes that this is a tornado on the ground.
Is it observed or radar
It's
confirmed?
It's still
wow, it's observed. Well, observed is the tag they use in Omega. It's also warned for baseball-sized hail now.
Oh wow. Okay. So,
I feel like you could have used that tag a little bit earlier.
yeah,
Quite possibly.
maybe perchance.
Yeah.
All right. So in all seriousness, though, a new velocity scan has come in here. Instrumentation still looking just as impressive. Again, if you're in this area or you know anybody in this area, you got to let them know what's going on, and you got to take this as seriously as possible because this actually was quite a strong tornado. It looks like whenever it ripped through like the Duncan New Grove area. Again, this is approaching Loring and Boyer. Now, the only piece of good news that we have in a situation like this is that this is a very rural area. There's not a lot of towns out here, but there are some trailer park communities, unfortunately, it looks like. So, again, if you're in a mobile home or something like that, you got to get out and find a more substantial shelter.
I mean, are you seeing that CC drop? Like, I'm very concerned about that. Like, that looks pretty deep.
Well, I don't know about that. Look from the St. Louis radar. You can see a velocity signature from the St. Louis radar. Now, obviously, it's extremely elevated at that point. You shouldn't take the actual wind speeds. But the fact that we're noticing a velocity signature all the way from a radar site that is well over 100 miles away from our actual supercell, it's about 150 miles away, that is very significant.
Yeah. So,
Yep.
very closer, lower levels, obviously, because this is very close to the radar site. So, that's why we're taking this very seriously. Obviously, it's still relatively hard to pick out a clear CC drop as there is a lot of contamination. But it looks like we likely have a strong tornado in progress here. That's currently moving up towards Durban and St. George, Missouri. So please get to shelter if you are in this polygon. But
I would agree that that is probably still a debris signature at this point.
yeah,
Just based off of the past few scans, its track, it's pretty clear that that's still something.
Yeah. Last scan we had like 110 gate to gate shear.
Yeah, and again, gate to gate shear is going to be relatively hard to measure, but this is definitely pretty significant.
Yeah, you can see debris fallout starting. That might be hail, but yeah.
wow, look at the CC drop.
Yeah, it's getting big. And it looks like that inflow area is still pretty clear right now.
That CC drop is getting very big.
If it is a CC drop, we believe it is, but I just want to know there is the potential that that is just contamination. But I agree with you. I'd say it's probably a debris signature.
I'm very confident that is a debris signature. If you see it lines up perfectly with our highest DBZ values, so
Okay, so it's
That's a debris signature. Yeah.
that was very large. But south of Loring, that's your tornado. It's just north of Boyer, Missouri out here. So this is moving east northeast here. So this is going looks like it's going to go right towards St. George and Durban. There's nothing that seems to be slowing down with this storm, and the environment will continue to get better as this continues progressing to the east. So everything is going well for this cell, and I mean, it's hard to say this, but I think that this is going to strive over the next couple of minutes here. So.
Yeah, and this is, again, going to be approaching Durban, Jerktail, St. George, and Mingsville. Again, a lot of very niche little communities out here. If you're not familiar with the exact area of Southwest Missouri, you've probably never heard of these places in your life, and I haven't heard of most of them either. So, again, if you're out here in this area, just please play it as safe as possible. Just get to your safe spot again. I said this earlier, but for anybody watching from Mr. Storm or Levi's stream, you're going to get hurt in this situation by debris. You're not going to get sucked up into a tornado and you're going to end up in the sky. That's what a lot of people still think happens, which is crazy to me. But the way that people get hurt in a situation like this is debris. Debris gets thrown at them, at their heads. So please, if you can, put on a helmet. It sounds ridiculous, but it could genuinely save your life in a situation where the tornado is this strong. And also, that is why we don't want you to take shelter just if you're directly in the path of the tornado. We want you to seek shelter anywhere in the polygon because debris could be thrown at this thing from miles away from where the actual tornado is. So the best move possible here is to play it safe and take shelter if you are in this tornado warning.
Yeah, but Patty Randolph says that the population around 1,000 as an estimate in Boyd. So.
Okay.
But this is going right towards St. George, which it's not good. So once again, very rural area, but there are homes and apparently trailer parks. Is what you said, right?
Yes. If you zoom in on some of these structures, it's very clear that they have trailer parks out here somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's also debris being detected on radar up to 11,000 feet up into the atmosphere.
Wow.
So it is very clear that we are dealing with quite a strong tornado here.
Yeah.
Clear inflow, but I don't know.
Velocity signature kind of lulled down a little bit, but still need to keep our eyes on it.
Well, again, in a situation like this, it doesn't really matter because the debris got caught in the lower level jet, and it's still quite impressive. And they just condensed this tornado warning again. I don't know, I guess just to keep the polygon updated, but Boyer is no longer included in this tornado warning now.
Yeah, I mean, this tornado is moving super fast, but look at that debris signature. It's literally the size of the tornado warning right there.
Crap, look at the new scan.
Oh my gosh, that's giant.
I mean, this is insane. Again, this is a very large debris ball in the sky, guys. Again, this debris ball is 6 miles wide. I mean, this is the biggest debris signature I've seen in Missouri in a long time.
Yeah, Missouri popping off right now, but up at the Durban, we have a very tornado in progress moving to the northeast. So this is likely going to go through Durban. It's going through Durban as we speak, but it will impact areas like St. George, Jerktail. But I mean, there's nothing much that seems to be slowing down as far as impacts wise with this tornado. I think it's still very, very strong. I don't know. Do you think it should go PDS?
I'm gonna say no on that just because we genuinely don't know if it is still on the ground or not. But again, it doesn't really matter at this point. That debris signature again is going to be the dangerous situation here. So again, if you're in this area, make sure you're still staying in your safe spot.
Yeah, and Elliot Bogue, I'm not sure, Bo, I don't know how to pronounce it. I met him at Summit. He saw the tornado. It was on the ground a bit ago. Uh, it
Yeah,
was,
I had somebody in my chat saying it's visually confirmed.
yes, but it looks like that velocity's kind of falling apart a little bit for now, at least. And the CC is sort of uh, shallowing out a little bit. But that does not mean the threat's over.
Sorry to interrupt, but we do have a brand new severe thunderstorm watch that was just issued for sections of northern Illinois, a couple counties in northeast Missouri, and eastern Iowa. This was issued 7 minutes ago. This is in effect until 2 a.m. The threats mentioned here are a couple tornadoes possible, scattered hail up to lime size possible, and scattered dust up to 80 miles per hour likely.
Yeah. Looks like it's definitely cycling, or it's in a little bit of a lull strength wise. Looks like the debris is just kind of dispersing at this point, but we need to keep our eye on it, making sure it doesn't wrap up again.
Yes, certainly. By the way, I'm trying to find something on X right now from this situation, and I can't find anything at the moment. Again, we know that it was on the ground, and we know that it was visually confirmed, but I'm trying to find some pictures and videos for you guys.
Same here. I don't know if you saw, but a mezzo discussion was issued for where's this? Western Tennessee, into eastern Arkansas, Hill, Missouri, to western Mississippi. Watch probability 80%. Thunderstorm development possible in the next coming hours. Watch issuance may be needed soon. And the most probable peak intensity for tornadoes 120 to 150 miles per hour, wind being 65 to 80 miles per hour, and hail 1.5 to 2.50 inches in diameter. So, like the Storm Prediction Center is expecting to see, convection pop up there in just a moment.
And actually, if you look, we actually do have some thunderstorms starting to develop in northeast Louisiana. It looks like our cap is finally starting to erode here.
Yeah.
Yep.
I found someone is storm right now, or was on the storm as of 18 minutes ago. Very, very lowering near Seymour. But that's obviously old, so yeah, that's been okay. That's it. Yeah, that's a while ago. Crap. Our debris signature it got contaminated, so we really don't know what's going on at this point. The best way to play this, guys, is just to stay in your safe spot, because we really don't know what's going on anymore. The bad part with this, though, is that the inflow is starting to clear out again, so we really don't know how big the debris signature is anymore, because that's all just contamination now.
Yeah. Our supercells down to the south here are continuing to have a somewhat impressive look on reflectivity, but again, velocity signatures are not there with these, right? They're not impressing me very much. So we'll wait and see if those try to do the same thing that this did. It is certainly possible because it's a similar environment and they're semi-discreet, but again, I think if they want to truly do something here, they got to kind of detach from the other supercells. And again, ultimately, that's what killed our tornado here is a merger.
Yeah, but the nudger also started it in the first place. So there's going to be a lot of interesting storm interactions throughout the day today and even into tomorrow.
Theory at its finest.
Yes, bro. Nudger theory. Also, new HRRR for tomorrow does it uptrended even more.
Are you serious?
Yeah, there's just like zero morning convection now.
I've seen a couple people that they wouldn't rule out a 45% hatch, which would be obviously earth-shattering. Do you think that's a possibility?
It's a possibility, but I don't expect it.
Yeah,
that's what I would say too. I think that it is a very impressive setup, but I think that some people are forgetting it is still possible that tomorrow doesn't end up being April 27, 2.0. And in fact, it's quite likely. I think at this point that obviously we are still going to be talking about a very intense tornado outbreak, but the chances that we see some Omega super outbreak, I feel like are not quite as high as they were earlier in the day, in my honest opinion.
Yeah. It just probably won't. There's a lot of people that make it out worse than what it's actually gonna be.
Yeah.
But there's still a possibility that it is that bad, so we need to just watch it because things change. This could completely downtrend. Day of, it could look like it's gonna go crazy, and then it just doesn't. So we don't actually know what's going to happen, but for precaution's sake, we just need to be ready just in case something crazy does happen.
It's hard with severe weather forecasting because you never want to under forecast an event where you're saying, well, it's probably not going to be too crazy of an event, but then it really pops off. But you don't want to overhype something, and it doesn't turn out to be as bad as what you were saying it was going to be. So what we're trying to do over the next hours is really just get a good idea and solid plan on really what we think is going to in Mississippi and Alabama, and I think a full scale, violent outbreak is possible, as we obviously do have that day two high risk. So a lot can happen, a lot can change between now and whenever that event does occur. But all we gotta do.
Just a quick little note, look at the reflectivity on our tornado. It is starting to redevelop a significant looking hook echo here.
Yeah, definitely. I just don't know how that merger in the back is gonna actually interact with it. It's probably gonna nudge it forward in the next couple of scans, and after it nudges it forward, I could see it really clogging up that inflow if it catches up with. But we could have a brief tightening of the signature.
Theory is trending on Twitter.
Is it actually? Oh, okay. That'd be great. Um. So yeah, that's what we're dealing with right now. It might tighten up a little bit, but uh, hopefully that this storm behind it will kill its tornado threat.
I will say these storms are looking at, and they are approaching. Um, they're getting their way through central Missouri, so they're on their way to St. Louis.
Yeah, so for anybody that wants like a general timeline, guys, I'm not gonna lie to you, it has quite literally been. I feel like it's been a year since I've used this tool, but I am going to use the Raider Omega tracking timer tool thingy here.
Oh my
I kind of
gosh.
forgot that this existed, but just for like a general broad estimate for storm arrival times, guys. And again, this is going to vary greatly as the storm continues to change speeds, but we're looking at an approach towards areas like St. Louis in about an hour and a half. Right after that, you're moving through portions of southwestern Illinois. Richmond Heights, you're going to be getting in on the worst of it in about 100 minutes or so. St. Louis, it says 104 here for the actual downtown area. East St. Louis is about 110. You get to like O'Fallon, you're talking about 2 hours. Effingham, you're going to be about 200 minutes out from this here. Mattoon, Charleston, about 230. And then after that, it's all kind of hogwash.
Yep. And timing's pretty hard with these events. I mean, the storms are moving fast. They're hauling, dude. They're moving. This one's moving at 55 miles an hour. We had one that was moving at like 65. So they're moving really fast. It'd be hard to keep up with these on the interstate just because
Sorry, guys. Jefferson City, look at it. There is a very clear supercell. My chat's been screaming at me about this. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't see that. We have a potential tornado developing northeast of Jefferson City, Missouri. Look at the reflectivity presentation over.
there it is.
A couple scans back.
Which radar are you using for that? Cause
We are looking at St. Louis here.
okay, dude.
Bloomfield, there's a tightening couplet of rotation here, and there also is a what looks to be a okay good developing. So that so I think needs to be watched. That's moving up towards Fulton. So I don't know if radar coverage is going to get better. It looks like it's going to get worse actually. As that is moving.
Just extend the tornado warning for our southern storm. This now includes Plato, Missouri. It is not down to radar indicator, but you guys shouldn't be taking this any less seriously. If you're in this area, seek shelter now.
Yeah, that storm north east of Jefferson City is looking interesting, but then again, we are looking at 5,600 feet in the air, so it's really far up there.
William, our Jefferson City storm there is likely not currently producing a tornado. However, our southern storm here, northeast of Springfield, produced a very strong tornado for a brief period of time.
Yeah, so again, it looks like the severe warning, or the tornado warning has now been um, downgraded back to tennis ball size hail. So still very, very large, potentially even destructive hail still falling with this cell. So make sure that if you do have time, if you're out ahead of the cell, that you are getting your cars indoors because this is large enough to, shatter windshields and put big dents in, your cars and stuff. So this is still a very dangerous cell, still capable of producing a tornado. We just likely did see a large tornado rip through. Uh, where was that?
Nowhereville, Missouri.
Yeah. So.
Oh my gosh, that's half of Missouri. Which one?
By the way, northeast of Mexico, Missouri, another supercell trying to do its thing up there.
Yeah, my boy Blake is on that storm right now. He said there's a large wall cloud with it.
Oh. Yeah. So we'll be checking social media for updates within the stream because it is crucial to what those chasers are looking at on the ground because obviously we can't see everything from radar alone. So.
Yeah, I don't exactly know if I can bring this up on stream though. But yeah, big rotating wall cloud over Mexico, Missouri, 9 minutes ago. So yeah, that's definitely something to keep our eyes on.
And that's Jefferson City storm there. The new Bloomfield storm looks still very impressive to me in terms of a velocity signature and a hook echo at this point. We did actually just get a news severe thunderstorm warning all the way up along the Iowa-Minnesota state line. And I will tell you guys, these storms actually add to causing some significant damage across Iowa. We've got reports of trees down, power lines down, damaging winds of 70 to 80 miles an hour all across.
Are you still there?
Yeah, I am.
All right. I think his audio is just cutting out.
Oh, apparently my audio was cutting out.
Yeah, we didn't hear a single word you said.
I did.
Oh, I was just talking about Iowa.
I didn't hear. That's so weird. Levi heard something you said, but I didn't hear a single word.
But yeah.
If you're next for me, we have a tornadic supercell still lightly rotating. Is just to the just to the west of Plato or Plato, Missouri here.
The people trapped in a home.
Oh wow.
What town?
Kevin says west of Odin, Missouri, but I'm looking it up and I don't see. I'm assuming it's with our tornado, obviously, but oh wait, he just spelled it wrong. Okay, yeah. We have people trapped in a home west of Odin, Missouri, from our tornado near the Duncan New Grove area.
That's not good. As I said, the cell that's nudging the tornadic supercell from the north had kind of clogged up the inflow. So I think that for now that will likely kind of decrease the tornado threat.
Yeah.
I think I heard like Cameron Nixon called that one too. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, what's up, Jesse Likes Weather? How's it going?
We did just get a new severe thunderstorm warning for tennis ball sized hail and 70 miles wind gusts. So it's looking like they might honestly let go of our tornado warning here. But again, if you're in this area, stay in your safe spot. However, on the newest reflectivity scan, at least from Radar Omega, I know it's loading slow today, guys. Our hook is completely cut off by our next supercell line, so we're good.
Yeah.
Orange going out for Cheryl, St. Robert, Edgar Springs.
Edgar O'Neill. Sorry.
Getting indoors and away from windows is producing tennis ball size hail and 70-mile-an-hour winds. So likely the strongest portion of our line as of right now. But I mean, the SPC does say that.
That's tornado warning, by the way, for our Jefferson City storm.
All right. Once again, damaging wind gusts up to 100 miles per hour are possible today.
Tenacious. I wanted to let you know. You said you are having anxiety from the 2020 August 10th story show. I want to let you know this is not even a fraction of the August 10th, 2020 derecho. So there's no reason to be scared. Again, you're under a severe thunderstorm watch, mentioning gusts up to 80 miles an hour possible, which again is still quite significant. But if you're worried about this being like or anything near August 10th, 2020, I want to just set your mind at ease. This is going to be nothing like that.
Dominic, that is not the same Jesse now. And what was that new tornado warning for? Okay, the new tornado warning was for the Northeast Jefferson city one.
Threatening up there, so.
Yeah, very, very terrible radar coverage, though. We're still 5,300 feet in the air. But it's going to get closer to the St. Louis radar as we go on. Holy crap.
Current tornado watch outlines the threat of several strong tornadoes, likely. Scattered hail to tennis balls we've been seeing over the past couple minutes here, and then widespread gusts up to 90 miles per hour likely. So we are yet to see, I believe, a destructive even today. Have we seen a?
We have not seen a single one.
Yeah, so I mean, these storms are well on their way to eastern Missouri here. So you know, the time is now for them to start to really get their act together. But the tornado threat seems to be gradually increasing, at least over just the minutes here, as we've seen that large tornado and now a new area of rotation developing just to the east of New Bloomfield, Missouri. So that's what we've got as of right now.
Also, there's storms starting to fire, or they have been firing, but there's storms in North Arkansas that are probably gonna, if they can stay isolated, that's gonna be problematic tornado-wise.
Yeah, Pettis just posted a picture of the HRRR, and it has the cells going tornadic, like AWOT up in night.
Okay.
We've got Alpha Fisher tuning in from St. Clair, Missouri, saying the wind is getting worse, bracing for this coming in very soon. You've got probably another hour or two, honestly, before this line actually hits you. You've got about an hour and a half, I would say. And we're likely just going to be talking about some damaging winds of 60 to 70 miles an hour, but we certainly could be talking about a brief tornado threat. So in the St. Clair area, make sure you have multiple places, receive alerts, and make sure you're staying tuned into the stream for updates.
Yep. Yeah, I have a friend in St. Louis right now. They say it's really windy. I think we have... Okay, so in St. Louis, there's non-thunderstorm wind damage. A large covered structure collapsed near the football field at Rockwood Summit High School in St. Louis. Wow.
And I can tell you right now, even all the way back here in eastern Illinois, I went into my yard in between streams. I was outside for a few minutes, and we have some very large tree limbs down again. We've been dealing with gusts of 50 to 55 miles an hour pretty much all day long here in eastern Illinois. Keep that in mind.
And if you're ahead of the oncoming line, that is likely those heavenly winds pulling all that very rich and warm moisture up from the Gulf of Mexico. That's all feeding into the actual low pressure center of the storm. So that's likely why a lot of you are experiencing those very gusty, even damaging winds at the head of this line. But this will, certainly pack a punch. And at this point, we've actually seen, I think the whole line is connected by severe thunderstorm warnings at this point. So I just want to mention that.
Mm-hmm.
Our Fulton storm on reflectivity is looking more concerning. Obviously, radar coverage isn't the greatest out here, and it will continue to get worse. But for now, that's what we have.
I don't think it'll necessarily continue to get worse for at least the tornado warning storm. It's getting closer to the St. Louis radar.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah. And then I'll head towards Springfield.
It's also moving northernly though, so it's iffy.
Yeah, it's gonna be close, but overall, it's not gonna have good radar coverage.
Yeah.
Let's just get to 15 likes. We're 1 like away from 15.
Yeah, maybe like and subscribe over here if you've not already, and go subscribe to Mr. Storm and Levi. We all do this every day. We do severe weather coverage, winter storm coverage, hurricane coverage, whatever. We do this all the time for all areas across the country. So make sure to subscribe. If somebody wants to throw their links in chat, that's fine. But we've been forecasting for this event around a week and a half for now, I want to say. So again, we really have been trying trying to give you guys the warning of what's going on. So if you want to get that warning next time there is a big outbreak on the way, make sure to subscribe.
Yep, 100%.
This is for areas just west of Cedar Rapids, Iowa. This is going out for Vinton, Garrison, Mount Auburn, in Iowa here. So that's for the threat of 70-mile-an-hour winds and small hail. So make sure that you are getting indoors and away from windows if included in that warning. So,
by the way, guys,
Let's go, Mars Typer.
Tornado warning, the one that originally produced the strong tornado, it did a velocity couplet handoff, and it is becoming quite strong again, rotation-wise.
Okay.
Over St. Annie, Plato, Evening Shade, and Ladd, Missouri. If you're in this area, make sure you're seeking shelter immediately. Again, you are under a tornado warning from the National Weather Service. Even though a tornado may not be ongoing at this time, which it certainly could be, by the way, one could touch down any minute if it hasn't already. So if you're in this area, you need to seek shelter. And
Bye, Mars Typer.
Quite a bit worse as well.
I'm sorry, I just left for a second. What storm are you talking about?
The southern tornado warning, the one that originally produced our strong tornado, has had a velocity couplet handoff and is quite intense now.
Oh, wow.
That is starting to re-strengthen and is getting very, very tight. Oh, that's very strong.
Man, it would really be nice if like we could actually like have good radar coverage.
I know. And I said this earlier today. The entire state of Missouri is terrible for radar coverage. Arguably, I don't think it is, but you could make the argument that Missouri is the most active state tornadically in the entire country, and it also has some of the worst radar coverage in the entire country throughout the state.
I don't know about the first part, but yeah, second part it has terrible radar coverage. Central Missouri.
That's a video for another day.
Is that a members only video?
The static part of this line is moving the general area of the general vicinity of the St. Louis radar. So hopefully downstream, like within an hour, things will start to get a little bit better. But for now, I mean, it sucks.
Yeah. .988 millibar reading at the Columbia Regional Airport. Dang. Low pressure, not taper fade.
Yeah, I was gonna say, where are you going with this one, Levi?
Low pressure.
Low pressure. We're not gonna see a CC drop from this distance, William. But if we take a look at it, you can see that it's all just contamination. Usually from this distance, unless you have a very violent tornado on the ground, you're not gonna see a CC drop with a tornado.
Yeah, and velocities are still very tight and very strong. So
Wait.
that is a little bit higher up in the atmosphere. So, let's. I do see. I have a photo of the tornado from a distance, by the way.
Oh, can you send it to the group chat?
Got you.
Are you allowed to show that on stream?
I'm not, but I was just wanted to see it.
Yeah.
Oh wow, yeah, you can see it just barely.
That's a thickin', dude. That's a. Yeah.
So it looks like it was a big old cone tornado there. Is it? I can't tell. Does it have a bull funnel?
It's so far away that it's hard to tell.
I'd say it's almost a wedge. It's a stovepipe on its way to wedge.
Yeah. So it looks like this random Easter on X. It looks like he's positioned north of Mansfield. He saw the wall cloud, and then I guess he was north of the circulation and was able to capture that photo. But
that is a really good picture of a really strong tornado.
Yeah, it looks like we have 112 gate-to-gate shear right now on the storm.
Yeah, I saw that. That is becoming pretty concerning again.
Yeah.
Are you talking about our northern storm or our southern?
Southern.
Oh, I was watching the northern storm actually. If you take a look at it, velocity is pretty intense on there as well. Oh, wow, look at that picture. Yeah, look at that cone tornado.
Yeah, Hunter Hurley has something on his stream apparently. Oh yeah, Elliot Bogue. Yeah, Elliot, we saw at Summit.
looks like Mesoscale Mikey was on that storm as well.
Actually, Mesoscale Mikey. Oh my gosh, what a legend! Oh, it just like broke the pixels in the middle, and the velocity.
The velocity's like broken again. Oh, there we go. Now it's back, and it's very strong and very tight. Why does that look? That looks so much like Port Arthur, like the shape of it. I don't know why.
Yeah, that is kind of Port Arthur esque, but
Yeah.
oh, I remember that day. We were all streaming together on Port Arthur Day, right?
Yes. For a brief period of time, anyway.
Yeah. Um. So yeah, what's crazy is this is not the main event. Tomorrow is looking like it could be even worse, which is
By the way, we have supercells continuing to mature along the Mississippi River, specifically over Lake Providence, just northwest of Rolling Fork, Mississippi. We've got some supercells going.
Yeah, I mean, we have that Mendo discussion now with a likely downstream, either, I think, tornado watch or severe watch.
It would be a tornado watch.
Watch being issued, so that will likely be issued soon as those are initiating now. And obviously, HRRR going to, a lot of those storms have the potential to go tornadic in the overnight hours, so things are starting to uptick in activity down farther south.
wait,
By the
Port
way,
Port.
look at them from the Memphis radar. You can see how many little thunder showers are trying to convect there.
Hey, that's moving northeast towards me.
And so, I don't know.
Yeah, in all seriousness, though, it does look like northern Mississippi could be in for quite a ride here over the next few hours. So
Yeah, Connor Croft is probably really excited because he was getting pretty discouraged earlier.
Hey, you got Stormrunner Media because he's live and he's right there.
On which storm?
On our initiate.
Okay, I do not have them up because I cut them out so that I could have a less laggy stream because it was getting bad. But I will put them up if they are on those supercells there.
They are on the southern initiation, and they have activated their Radar Mega live stream. So I'm sure that.
They're not live on YouTube yet, though. Okay.
Yeah, they're live on YouTube in like a minute, I think.
Yeah, I'll throw them up there then.
Rotation that's warned near Fulton is gonna be crossing I-70 shortly. So.
Hey, guess what? That interstate goes through my town.
It does.
Yeah. Anyways, this is really, really concerning, the velocities on the storm that was previously had a tornado on the ground.
Yeah, this is south of St. Robert, currently also producing Gorilla Hail, so.
Gorilla hail. What is that? We got that's oh my gosh, next scan.
Look at Palace, like a mile or two north of there on the CC. Yeah, it's so far away that it's possible to see a CC drop, but it somewhat lines up with velocities.
Kevin is saying that I haven't looked at the new scan yet, but he's thrown out the guarantee that this is on the ground. You know what? Yeah, it definitely could be.
No. Look at the CC drop. There's a CC drop.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Alright, we likely have a tornado in progress near Palace. That's the second time that this cell has produced a tornado. I don't know what happened.
So
Yeah.
We've got a strong tornado on the ground once again, so we will likely see a new tornado warning get issued for the storm any minute, and the unfortunate part is now we are actually in an area where people do live, okay? We've got quite a few towns and communities out here, and I will say, this is very far out, but if this does continue, and this supercell has been a long-lasting one, if it does continue, this is eventually going to approach the Rolla, Missouri area, and this is now observed officially by the National Weather Service.
Yeah, right now that next scan, the CC is just super messy.
And there we go, tornado warning for Rolla, Missouri. If you're in this area, seek shelter immediately. Lowest floor of a sturdy building, away from windows in an interior room.
Oh my gosh, my computer almost crashed. Whew.
Apparently John McKinney's stream is playing in the background. I don't know why.
Atticus says if people who like weather are concerned, it's bad. I don't think he gets the concern joke. Great point. Yeah, if we're worried, you should probably pay attention.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
Tornado on the ground now, south of St. Robert, Missouri. This is approaching Big Piney, Ross Bridge, Spring Creek, and Flat over the next 10 to 15 minutes. So, again, if you were included in this brand new tornado warning, you need to seek shelter now. We're gonna get a new correlation coalition drop here. Yeah, good call. And let's actually see here if this is in on scope or not.
Oh, thank the Lord.
Second call of the day.
I think my computer. Oh my gosh, it was on the verge of crashing. Okay, should be.
Big Piney and Ross Bridge, we have a large tornado or a strong tornado likely in progress here as it is observed according to the National Weather Service here.
New radar scan. The debris signature is we're losing it, but that's likely just because we are so far from radar.
It's impressive just the fact that we did see a debris signature on CC.
Yeah, that makes me think this was a very strong tornado briefly. That and the crazy velocity signature. We are talking gate to gate shear with this thing at 144 miles an hour, so pretty strong tornado there.
Yeah.
If someone could go to my stream chat and tell them that my computer crashed, that would be nice.
Are you trolling? It crashed again?
Yeah, I don't even know what happened. I have one tab up on Google and I have OBS and then GR2.
That's insane.
It's a new Lenovo with an Core i7. I don't know how it's failing this miserably.
I know a lot of people are watching like multiple of our streams at once, so honestly, they might know.
Yeah. Hey, it came back. It came back. We're chilling.
We're back.
We're back?
Yeah.
You're good.
Yes. We're good.
Good chat.
Of course, we peaked at like 8 viewers while I was like lagged. Anyway.
Just saying, Joan Paul says every one of you guys
Let me
are
know if
so
that
awesome.
works.
Let's go.
And Patty Randolph as well. Oh, tornado watch. There we go. We just did get a new tornado watch that is including
Okay.
Parts of Arkansas, Southern Illinois, Indiana, Kentucky, Mississippi, Missouri, and Tennessee until 8 a.m. Central Daylight Time. Let me pull that up on stream here. But if we take a look at what hazards affected for this tornado watch, you can see several strong tornadoes are likely. Scattered hail up to tennis ball size likely, and wind, widespread wind gusts up to 80 miles per hour likely. And that's PDS. Holy crap! I just realized that.
PDS tornado watch, guys.
That's very high end tornado watch as it is for observed portions of Southern Illinois, Boot Hill, Missouri, Western Kentucky, Western Tennessee, Northern Mississippi until 3 a.m. Central Daylight Time. So this is what we're going to be dealing with as we get into the overnight hours because the sun is going to start to set here in just a moment if it hasn't already.
Okay, yeah. People in my stream, let me know if it's just running smoothly. And wow, that's a nasty signature. There, west of Edgar Springs.
Oh my gosh, that reflectivity is.
Ooh, that is very, very rain wrapped. So do not go outside and try to see it. You won't be able to.
That is going to look like. I mean, you just can't see it. There's absolutely no point trying to see the tornado. Just get to shelter because
where your safe spot is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go up, and I'm not sure how many people are traveling along it right, but that's bad news. So.
Yeah. Yo, we're almost to. Let's get to 20 likes. Let's get the streams pushed out into the algorithm. I'm here with Mr. Storm WX, otherwise known as Recent. Got Davis Does Weather as well. So everybody go subscribe and like their streams.
Just me, but he's cutting out very badly.
Yeah, he is. It's okay though.
I'm here with Davis Does Weather on YouTube and
Yeah. So yeah. Definitely very concerning here. Okay. Yeah, concerning looking here west of Edgar Springs.
Oh wow. Okay, Kevin got this one too. St. Joe, Arkansas. Check it out. Highway 65. Significant rotation developing.
already
again, that PDS tornado watch, guys, that is huge. I don't think I've ever seen a PDS tornado watch that is that large. That goes all the way from northern Mississippi through to southern Illinois.
Aren't you like? I mean, how that? Am I being stupid, or is that like generally like a couple of counties south of you?
We are 3 counties away.
Oh my god.
No! Oh, dude, it's so unfortunate. The Newton, Illinois NOAA weather radio station is down right now. I should have caught that, but it's down.
No.
Oh, that's rough.
That sucks, man.
So my GR2 is crashing again. I don't even know what's happening.
By the way, we did a special weather statement for one of those cells developing along the Louisiana-Mississippi state line. This is for Cleveland, Mississippi. This is for the threat of 50-mile-an-hour wind gusts and nickel-sized hail. But remember, these cells we are expecting to explode in intensity. These are the ones that we've been talking about all day. I said earlier, if we are going to see any significant tornadoes tonight, if we were to only see a few, they would come from the lower and mid-Mississippi valleys. These are the cells I was talking about. So if you are in this area, be prepared over the next couple hours, specifically northern Mississippi through southern Illinois. You guys need to be on the lookout.
Yeah. But this is obviously a very concerning outbreak. I just think it's crazy. Like the size of that PDS tornado watch. I mean, that is huge.
Yeah.
Again, take this all very, very seriously because are now initiating farther south. I said this multiple times already this stream, but they are expected to go tornadic as we go through the overnight hours according to many models here. So, you know, this is what all the hype, all the forecasting has left to. So we'll see what these storms do eventually as they grow up skill. They are initiating.
By the way, I don't know if you saw, this is a 90-80 tornado watch.
90-80?
So an 80% chance that we see a significant tornado in that watch area tonight.
Dang.
Easy.
And a 90% chance that we see 2 or more tornadoes.
Yes. Sorry about GR2. I do not know why it's lagging so bad. I'm going to take Spotter Network off. Hopefully that helps with it.
So, and a lot of our Missouri storms here are continuing to weaken in terms of rotation. However, we've seen these do this over and over again where they weaken and then they cycle, weaken and cycle. And again, even if these storms don't produce another tornado for the rest of the night, it doesn't really matter because we are talking about near hurricane force winds associated with these. So everybody out ahead of these storms here in St. Louis, Springfield, Bloomington, Champaign, Urbana, you guys need to be getting ready for this because this line of storms is going to be making its way through sections of eastern Missouri and southern Illinois. And for some areas, it may not get there until 3 a.m. But you need to start preparing now because we are talking about this line moving very quickly off to the east, and we really don't know how destructive it's quite going to get because honestly, if we've reached the peak wind threat with this line, I'd be pretty surprised. I really think this is going to intensify further whenever it kind of fully congeals. And again, a lot of our Mississippi, Arkansas supercells are starting to look pretty impressive to me.
Yeah. I don't even understand what GR2 is on about. Guys, is it time to pull up weather-wise? I knew that would be your reaction.
Go to freaking Scope before you go to weather-wise at least.
I don't have Scope on computer. That costs money.
Scope used to be the one that like I rivaled against, but now it's weather-wise.
Yeah. Weather-wise, I mean, it's good because it's like free on a browser, but like their visuals are interesting. It's hard to navigate. I haven't figured out how to get like the radar and outlooks on at the same time.
Is there a tornado risk for Lyman, South Carolina? No. However, you are going to be talking about a damaging wind risk Sunday morning. So be on the lookout there. And then we've got Hannah saying, I'm terrified in St. Louis. You shouldn't necessarily be terrified, but just be ready. Again, the line is going to make its way through St. Louis in about an hour or so. If we look at the HRRR, actually, it's showing this line making its way through the St. Louis metro region at, I guess, in a few hours, rather than 10 p.m. We're expecting this line to make its way through St. Louis with some significant damage and winds and large hail. And again, maybe a tornado or two touches down in the St. Louis metro region. region, so we'll watch out for you guys throughout the nighttime hours. We just got a new severe thunderstorm warning for portions of southeast Iowa and extreme northwest Illinois for damaging wind gusts up to 7 miles an hour. So Burlington, Iowa City, make sure you guys are getting indoors and away from windows. I know we've got viewers from this area, so stay safe.
I didn't realize I was. So, for those of you that were watching and obviously didn't hear what I was saying, we did just get a new PDS tornado watch that is including a very large chunk of the southern half of our moderate risk here. But that is a what is it? 98 or
9080.
9080. So very very concerning.
Bro.
Back up here, and so again, several strong tornadoes likely with scattered hail up to tennis ball size likely, and then widespread up to 80 miles per hour likely. So very, very concerning watch there.
By the way, we just got a new severe thunderstorm warning for portions of Missouri for multiple supercells that were originally we were concerned about for a tornadic threat. They are now warned for 70-mile-an-hour damaging windows and lime subcells. So if you're in Hartville, Seymour, Fordland, Sparta, Robidoux, make sure you're getting indoors and away from windows. Very significant severe thunderstorms coming your way. And we got another new severe thunderstorm warning, actually, that was just issued there down into Texas, because why the heck not? Severe thunderstorm warning has been issued northwest of College Station for quarter-size hail and 60-mile-an-hour winds. And also, we have a mesoscale discussion in parts of Texas that is a 60%.
Bro.
I'm sorry, what?
Well, I guess, I hope this isn't what 2025 is all about.
So, the National Weather Center just issued a mesoscale discussion for sections of eastern Texas, extreme southwest Arkansas, and extreme northwest Louisiana, mentioning the threat for damaging winds up to 70 miles an hour, hail up to golf ball size, and even a couple of tornadoes into sections of eastern Texas as thunderstorms developing along the dry line intensify into eastern sections of Texas back to Texas. Basically, severe thunderstorm or tornado watch can issue that area shortly.
We did just get a new thunderstorm just the southeast of Missouri. All right, that's going out for 50-mile-an-hour winds, considerable severe thunderstorm warning there. So that's for Owensville, Rosebud, Freeburg. Make sure that you're getting indoors and away.
Wait, is it?
So storm media right now is on one of those convecting supercells down into southeastern Arkansas that is actually looking like it's already developing a little bit of rotation based off of the Jackson, Mississippi radar. So we're going to see what kind of views he gets here over the next few minutes, but keep a close eye to the top left chaser just above my head there. We're going to full screen him so that you guys can actually see that a little bit better. He is about to get in on this significant severe thunderstorm and again, potentially tornadic storm here the next little bit.
Dominic keeps getting Donald before he intercepts this line here.
That's good.
He's gonna make
Valid strategy.
EDS McDonald's.
By the way, we just got a couple of new severe warnings. We have actually 3 new severe thunderstorm warnings, 2 of which are in Arkansas, and one of them back up into sections of south central Minnesota for that supercell that we were talking about earlier along the Iowa-Minnesota state line. Actually, a wind gust at the 58 miles an hour severe limit wind gust recorded from Fairmont, Iowa, now crossing into south central Minnesota. So get ready up there, guys. Make sure you're moving indoors.
I think I might have just ruined my stream.
Why?
Oh.
What did you do?
Hold on. Yeah, I just ruined my stuff.
What did you do?
I accidentally deleted the wrong thing.
Oh.
Alright, we're gonna be right back. See you guys. I apologize for the inconvenience, but we're just